So tell me a little bit about what brings you to Proof of Work Summit.
Proof of work? I don't know. We love. So I work for a company called Braiins. We're the oldest mining pool since 2010. We're the authors of the mining protocol, Stratum V1, Stratum V2, and I love Bitcoin and I love Bitcoin mining. So that's why I'm here. And I love the organizers also. So it's pretty good bunch of people, coming together, thinking about mining, thinking about freedom. It's like that. That's where I want to spend my weekend. I mean, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, without people, this technology wouldn't. A lot of these technologies wouldn't be operational, right?
100% agree. It's always about the people 100% of the time. Is it business? Is it relationships? Is it weekend? Is it conferences? Is it tech? Doesn't matter. It's always about the people. So that's why I'm here.
Right on. And tell us a little bit. So you said you were in the first mining pool in 2010.
Yeah.
So you must have seen quite a bit then over those last.
Oh yeah, a lot of stories there for sure. From first mining pool to all the forks to the battles about block space, block size. We've seen it all.
So let's talk about some of the hot topics, types of people that are attracted to this technology, right? What do you think the sort of top three motivations are for people to join? Obviously, you mentioned freedom, for example.
So a lot of my friends are exactly I call them the super smart guys. So they are the cyberpunks and they are the freedom fighters. I, for example, on the completely other story, so I came for the greed and stayed for the revolution. So I think, greed is not a bad thing because it made me join this industry and, educate myself about all these things. So I don't think it's a necessary bad thing. So, but of course I know for one person, other people got burned on the things, but that's necessary collateral damage, I guess. I don't know, but so I can see a lot of different stories, and that's the thing. So there are a lot of things that the industry and the technology can offer. So it's like whatever you're searching for. Maybe is it a freedom fight? Is it the greed and interesting new space full of opportunities? You can find it here. That's my point. We're so early that we just need talent across all the different things. From developers to marketing people like me. So. I think there are a lot of different motivations to join the space, and you should not be scared to come see a mining summit, and maybe you'll find out it's not just full of nerds and like over smart people that you'll not fit in. Hey, I'm just a marketing monkey, and I feel very good here. So, and also it's a very good idea to be in a room where you're not the smartest always. So I think it's a very good strategy to go in life. So I feel great here.
Right on. Okay. So do you mess around with the various other sort of DeFi protocols and what have you, or are you sort of strictly Bitcoin kind of?
So we as a company, we are at Braiins, we're 100% Bitcoin now. We did some experimentation with Zcash in the past. Very bad experience, to be honest. It was very interesting. So we're a company full of nerds. So they really wanted hands-on experience with a cool new tech. So we played around with it because the privacy technology in Zcash is super interesting. So we went in to have a hands-on experience. But then honestly, just to maintain the operations of the mining pool on Zcash, it was a big challenge. Upgrades rolling up and the communication in the community was not done properly. Anyway, so we dropped the support for Zcash, and I know Zcash also wants to already move to proof of stake. Don't quote me on it. We stopped supporting Zcash, I don't know, 2 years ago. So maybe since then they already moved, or they plan to move to proof of stake consensus mechanism. So we did experiment with Zcash. Now we're Bitcoin only. My own journey is I've tried it all. I've tried from the central, all of it. But it just comes down to there's 24 hours in a day. Literally, sometimes you need to sleep, sometimes you need to go with your girlfriend to a cinema. So for me, it's I stick to what I believe in the most. So I'm not saying only Bitcoin will survive and we're gonna see the hyper Bitcoinization. I wish we did, but I'm not that optimistic. I just need for Bitcoin to be around. Be that plan B, parallel out of the matrix option there. So that's what I want to focus on, and yeah. It's just 24 hours in a day, I think, and no cloning machines. That's another limiting factor. You know, if I had a cloning machine, I would look at other things, you know, all day long. Yeah.
Right on. You mentioned privacy coins, or Zcash is a privacy coin, right?
Yeah.
So often, a lot of, like, even in the news these days, there's quite a bit of emphasis on the dodgy behaviour that goes on through these networks, and how like there is a parallel economies, or dark fi, I think they call it.
Yeah.
And a lot of that behaviour goes on in the regular economy, right?
Exactly. No, it's always so funny. It's like so we waited until Bitcoin was invented, and then we all of a sudden created the crime, or what? It's like the crimes and illegal activities existed since we existed. I mean, so it's there's nothing. Also, I just want to say, if it's a smart, good technology, if it's the best money ever invented, let's talk about just in Bitcoin we can stick. Of course, it's going to be used by everybody. So if it's the neutral tool, it's going to be used by the good people and the bad people. It just shows the technology itself makes sense. So it's like a knife. Of course, the knife is going to be used by the kitchen cook and the murderer, but the knife itself is a neutral. You know, so I completely against all it's just a narrative of, and I don't want to blame the tinfoil hat, the big banks, blah blah, but it just people that have other incentives, other motivations. Of course, they're gonna attack it. So it's like I've stopped listening. It's just noise, you know. It's like if you tell me, hey, this is used by criminal activities, and it's like. And who uses dollars? It's like, look at all the money laundering. It's all done in dollars, and by the big banks, by the way. So it's like, I don't worry about it.
But and what about the environmental arguments that are coming?
I actually think so. Yeah. So I think all the terrorism, financing, blah blah. It's just noise. But really, honestly, the energy debate, that's the final boss of proof of work. I think in general, that's the. That's the biggest place where they can attack, and it is very, very important debate. So I think that's the final boss of Bitcoin in general, of other proof of coins also. I think it's very, very important debate, because really there are very Bitcoin mining. I'll stick to Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining is there so it makes sense in some particular place in some particular time. I think that many people don't understand it, because they think, okay, so you're mining Bitcoin, these powerful computers, like why would I do it, I don't know, in Prague or Frankfurt? Of course you would not. It's just somewhere in some place in some time Bitcoin mining makes sense. For example, for incentivizing the renewable energy build-up. For example, in the UK, when you go to the UK, there are insanely large offshore wind farms. You can see them from the planes. 40 to 60% out of that energy is unused, because they don't have a buyer of last resort, let's say. So when there is, during the night, there's no such a big demand, I don't know, for light electricity, because everybody's sleeping, and they don't have any buyer for that. So I'm like, if there's I wish there was a buyer of last resort, such as, for example, Bitcoin mining. So I think Bitcoin mining in those particular scenarios, it makes sense. It creates more profits for the companies. They can expand the wind farms, for example. So energy is the ultimate debate in proof of work, and I think the only way forward is education. Because really, I think it's a smart system. Proof of work is a smart consensus mechanism system, which makes a lot of sense in some places in some time. I'm not saying we should be mining, at home everywhere in Frankfurt and in Prague. No, it was never meant to be that way. So we just need more education, more discussion, more videos like this. So that's the only way forward.
Right on. I caught a headline. Final question. I caught a headline that suggested the SEC was trying to label crypto mining devices as securities.
I didn't hear it. again, it's just noise, you know. Sometimes I think sometimes they're just bored. Sometimes they're just uneducated. I just laugh at it all, you know. Again, education, education, education. I think most of the even the bureaucrats, most of the people are good people. They don't have the information, you know. Of course, there are players that have their own motivation there and will be always against it. But I think they are like minimum, like the vast majority is just same as me. Like in the beginning, I had no idea. I was just like, yeah, this funny internet money and somebody's mining it on a computer. It sounds silly, but the rabbit hole is deep. You know, there's a lot of context, a lot of education, a lot of aspects that you have to study. So naturally, like the SEC, they don't have much motivation to go down the Bitcoin rabbit hole. So our it's our job to help them. And they will get it. They will get it.
And sound money is often referenced in Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. Why is that important?
If we don't have good money, we don't. It's the energy for us humans to work in time. It's like to save our potential in time. That's how I view money. So it's just a piece of technology. It doesn't exist. It's not like a banana. So it's just a technology that we created that we can work with our potential in time. And if we don't have a good technology to work with that potential, we don't create good stuff. Very naturally, you need a smart, good tool for us to be, creating stuff in this universe. So we just need good money. It's simple as that. Do you want to bad knife in your kitchen, or you want a good knife in your kitchen? It's simple as that. I want good money. Yeah.
Right on.
No worries. Pleasure.
Thank you, man.
Pleasure.
Nice one.